The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador James Harrison stepped forward, his weathered hands clasped behind his back. The holographic displays around the circular room showed the devastation on 3 frontier worlds: smoking cities, shattered orbital stations, and the twisted wreckage of civilian transports floating in the void. "Honored delegates," James began, his voice carrying the weight of 70 years and 3 previous galactic conflicts. "We gather today not to discuss trade routes or mining rights, but to address an act of unprovoked aggression that has claimed over 2 million innocent lives." The Zephyrian representative, a towering crystalline being that refracted light in prismatic cascades, shifted uncomfortably. The humans exaggerate, as always. These were military targets, legitimate responses to your expansion into disputed space. Lisa Chen, seated in the human observation deck, felt her jaw clench. As the youngest member of the Earth Defense Corps' Intelligence Division, she had spent months analyzing the attack patterns, cross-referencing sensor logs, and interviewing survivors. The Zephyrian strike had been calculated, methodical, and utterly ruthless. James turned slowly, his gray eyes finding the Zephyrian delegate. "Military targets? Tell that to the families of the school children on Haven Station. Tell that to the medical personnel who were treating refugees from the outer colonies. Tell that to the farmers who were simply trying to feed their communities." The chamber erupted in a cacophony of translated voices, clicks, whistles, harmonic tones, and synthetic speech all blending into chaos. The Alterian mediator, a graceful being with 6 arms and bioluminescent skin, called for order with a gesture that cast shifting patterns of blue light across the walls. "The humans have always been emotional," wheezed the Corvan delegate through his breathing apparatus. "Perhaps they should reconsider their presence in sectors that more established species have claimed." Lisa stood abruptly, her movements sharp and precise. Every delegate in the chamber turned toward her as she activated her personal holo projector. 3-dimensional battle schematics filled the air above their heads, trajectory analyses, weapon, signatures, and communication intercepts that painted a clear picture of premeditated massacre. "Emotional?" Lisa's voice cut through the chamber like a blade. "Is it emotional to document evidence? Is it emotional to seek justice for genocide?" She manipulated the hologram with practiced efficiency. "These are not the weapons of a defensive action. These are siege engines, planet crackers, atmosphere burners. The Zephyrian fleet came prepared for total annihilation." The crystalline being's faceted form darkened. "Young human, you speak of things beyond your comprehension. Your species has been part of this council for barely 2 centuries. Others have maintained order in this galaxy for millennia." James stepped beside Lisa, placing a steady hand on her shoulder. 2 centuries, he repeated quietly. "In that time, humanity has fought in 4 major conflicts. Do you know what our record is, honored delegate?" The chamber fell silent again. "We have never started a war," James continued, his voice growing stronger. "Not once. Every conflict we've participated in began when another species decided that humans were too young, too weak, too emotional, or too different to deserve basic respect." He paused, letting his words sink in. "But we have finished every single war that was brought to us." Lisa manipulated her hologram again, showing historical battle data. "The Hegemony War of 2387. They attacked our first colony ships. We ended it when their homeworld surrendered. The Voidwalker incursion of 2421. They tried to enslave our outer settlements. We finished it when their entire military infrastructure collapsed. The Synthetic Rebellion of 2458. Our own AI creations turned against us. We resolved it through diplomacy and integration, creating the first truly collaborative organic synthetic society in galactic history. And now," James said, his voice carrying across the chamber, "the Zephyrian Empire has decided that human lives are expendable, that our colonies are acceptable collateral damage, that our children are legitimate military targets." The Zephyrian. Delegate's crystalline structure began to resonate with a high-pitched whine. "You threaten us?" "No," James replied with deadly calm. We're informing you. Humanity doesn't start wars because we understand their true cost. We've seen what violence does to families, to communities, to entire civilizations. We pursue peace first, negotiation second, deterrence third. He turned to address the entire council. But when genocide is committed against our people, when innocents are murdered in their homes and schools, when diplomacy fails and evil triumphs, then we become something else entirely. Lisa called up the final hologram. Deployment schedules. For the Earth Defense Fleet, hundreds of ships, each one a testament to human engineering and determination. The combined human fleets are mobilizing as we speak, not for conquest, not for expansion, for justice. The Council will not permit, the Altarian mediator began. The Council permitted genocide, James interrupted. Your neutrality died with the first civilian transport that was vaporized. Your moral authority ended when you failed to act. He looked around the chamber one final time. We came here seeking justice through law. We offered evidence, testimony, and clear documentation of war crimes. Since this body has chosen inaction, humanity will pursue justice through other means. As James and Lisa walked toward the exit, the young intelligence officer whispered, "Will they really let us handle this alone?" James smiled grimly. "They always do, Lisa. Other species fear human emotion, but they respect human results. Within a week, half these delegates will be privately offering support. Within a month, the Zephyrian Empire will either be begging for terms or reduced to cosmic dust. And after we'll do what humans always do. We'll rebuild what was destroyed, we'll heal what was broken, and we'll make sure it never happens again." He paused at the chamber doors. "We don't start wars, Lisa, but by God we finish them." The doors closed behind them with a soft whisper, leaving the Galactic Council to contemplate the storm they had unleashed upon themselves.